So today we're going to make an isometric cube. So you're going to need your 30-60 triangle and a pencil. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a couple construction lines. So if you do this along with me, just going to run your pencil along the bottom, just like that. Now when making the cube, I like to make a second construction line just above it. There's no measurement here, just a quarter of an inch. And there you go. So we've got our two construction lines. What we want to do from this point is start the cube. Now, construction lines eventually are going to be erased. But for now, we're going to leave them there. And we're going to take our triangle, put it on the bottom construction line, and right about the middle, you're going to just run a line straight up. Okay, so that's what your paper should look like. Now we know that horizontal lines in isometric are done on a 30 degrees angle, which is this angle here. Okay, this is 60, this is 30. So we're going to do the base of the cube. And what I like to do, because it's on we're doing a cube and you got to get right down in the corners, is put the triangle nice and flush along the bottom construction line. And right at this point here, you're just going to run a line off. Doesn't matter how long right now. Just like that. Then you're going to take the triangle and you're going to flip it. And you can do the same thing in the other direction. Just like that. So say we wanted to make a cube that was, say 9 feet high. And we use quarter of an inch, say. Maybe we'll make it even bigger. Hang on a sec here. Now we'll go with 9 feet. So here's your quarter of an inch equals 1 foot 0 inches. So between 0 and 9 is going to be the height of our cube, the size of our cube overall. So what we can do at this point, we can mark off 9 feet right there. And we take it over here, and again, we put it on 9, and we mark it at the 0. And then up the center, we can also mark 9 feet. Okay? So this is going to start to make our cube. It's going to be the size of the cube. So we're going to take our triangle again. Place your pencil on that mark. You can put on either construction line, doesn't matter at this point. So make sure it's nice and neat, and you're going to go straight up with it. Then you're going to do the same thing with this mark you made over here. Set up your your triangle on the construction line, right about there. And then you're just going to make a line straight up. These are all construction lines right now. Eventually, some of the construction lines will actually become part of the cube. So our next move is to go right here. Again, we're using the 30 degrees angle. These are horizontal lines we're drawing. Just run a construction line like that. Flip it over. Do the same thing in the other direction. It almost starts to make a diamond pattern once we get going here. Okay? So far, that's what you should have. Okay, so now we're going to work on the rest of the cube. So we're going to take our 30-60, put it on the top construction line at this point, and we're going to put our pencil right here. Just make a little construction line. Whoops. Just like that. So you're putting the pencils in the corner. Right, so we just did this one. So we're going to flip our triangle over. Put our pencil there. Bring the triangle up and on to the construction line so it's nice and level. You're going to make a line like that. So do you see our cube? to take a ruler and actually let me get a bigger marker here. Maybe this will work. Well, maybe try this one. So let me outline the cube with my Sharpie here. And hopefully you can see your cube. Now remember, when you actually do these drawings, everything has to be done in pencil. So I don't want you to see, or I don't want to see any markers or pens, anything like that. It's always a pencil, preferably a mechanical pencil. Do you see the cube now? Kind of neat, eh? It's also got a diamond pattern almost in a way. So what we do now is we're going to erase some of these construction lines. So simply erase the construction lines you see that you've made. So construction lines you have to make when you're doing these, especially when you're just starting out. And all the ones down here along the bottom. So this is really important to make construction lines, especially if you don't have isometric paper. Because without the isometric paper, you need this base construction line 100% to do these properly. Because you always have to put that triangle down along this baseline down here so you get your angles right and nothing slips out of position. So if we look at this, we could say that we have a closed cube. Well, sorry. Let's look at it this way. If we were to shade this all in and that line isn't visible, we'd have a closed cube. But with the line visible, we have an open cube. So let's just erase this line. This is one of my original construction lines that I made. We'll take out all that. There you have it. That's how you make a cube. All right, thanks a lot.